about standard tuning and about D or D sharp. I think it's D. It didn't give me much fuss. I get a little bit more volume out of the lower strings, and I'm trying to figure out how to play things with which the feeling is a little bit different. But I'm already thinking about what I can play with it and what I can't. Like I can put my thumb over, but it's just so hard to get it to work. Like it's either that or slim it down, and I kind of don't want to because I like it. Chords sound great. And I didn't mess with it. I measured it. I put it right there, and there's where it stayed. I messed with the height a little bit. Almost seems like maybe some of my volume problems with the higher strings are maybe because I need more height. But I went kind of back and forth on that. That's about how much of the bridge height I'm using. A lot of it, I mean, but it's not like it's. I don't think it's. That's about parallel, which is cool. I mean, the strings stick out of the back a little bit. These things like stick out a little bit and poke you. I don't know about dealing with that. I thought they were going to be like all ball ends, but still get that. And what I'm running here, I'll flip this around here. So I got both amps going now still. I just put the thing in the middle, and it sounds pretty good. No battery in this thing, nothing but basically just the piezo to the jack, and it's without the chorus and the reverb, and that's without the preamp. It's actually louder. Chords seem to ring out for a very long time. And like I didn't do much with this. Like you'll see the last episode, and it's basically just me breaking the nut for the, screwing it up for the third time and having to make a fourth nut for this thing. I mean, that's the only thing that really gave me too much problems on this. So basically I took the cutoff for the side of this, and I made the nut out of it. It's got the little bit of sapwood in there. That might be why I don't like the sound of the higher strings as much as the lower strings. But it sounds pretty good. I mean, I do have to take this and take a hunk off the headstock here. The strings kind of touch So these two strings here touch, and I think this string touches too. So I got 3 strings that touch the side. Basically just going to take a chisel till they don't touch no more, so I can get the maximum out of these, and plays a little bit better standing up. But I mean, you can put it where you want it. It should balance like perfectly. Balances perfectly. It's not touching me. It's not being held on to by the strap or anything. But yeah, it's a good instrument, man. I mean, this thing really turned out kind of nice. I just it's just a matter of getting used to the high notes, and there's things that I don't like I don't quite like that. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to have to lift up the treble side maybe a little bit more. I was that close to making a bridge, but the strings went on good. I mean, they went on exactly how I wanted them to go on, with a little bit of excess on the treble side. Absolutely crazy nuts. So yeah, it's just basically this piezo in this bridge here, which is a Brenner bridge. These are made in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So I'm a fan of small businesses and things that are made in America, and especially in Wisconsin. I fucking love Wisconsin. So yeah, it's basically just the wire, and it just goes to the jack. Got to go to the post office. I'm going to try to gold foil these. So I just left the tape on just to leave it on. And it's easier to figure out which way it goes on, because it kind of tells me, that side is bigger than the other side. And so yeah, and that little bit of noise is those little, I mean, they're just, they make it so it sticks you, man. And I don't know if I can clip them off, or how close I can clip them, or if they'll be worse. So, but this thing is pretty cool. I mean, it does work very, very well. Really, really, really like how that sounds. Good level of sustain. Somebody tell me, please tell me about macaroni money. Please take my that trip, but I refuse to die. And Anthony, running down by the sea. French fries from the day. Somebody tell me about it sounds incredible. I don't know if it's coming through. Thanks, man. Thanks, Cam. Sometimes, I mean, I haven't performed in a very long time. The last time I played was in Minocqua at the Autos, and I literally got pulled over like right when I left. So, yeah. It's going to take some time for me to get used to it. But it does sound really good. I didn't really mess with this very much. I mean, like I said, I measured it. I put it to the measurement and up and down a little bit. And this has been the easiest like put together that I've ever had, ever. Yeah, I got a little bit of figuring out to do, like as far as the volume of the notes and stuff. Like I'm a little bit struggling. I don't ever play on nylon strings, but it's kind of easy. The only thing that trips me up is basically they're a little bit more wobbly and they don't have as much tension. Yeah, I really do want to play though. I want to get a band together and start doing, you know, parks, revivals, you know, whatever they get going. Yeah, I can't believe it's got, you can even get that. Thing is just going to be struggling between the picking and the, you know, the strumming, but the chords sound really good. Thanks, man. Guitar that chords this accurately. That's a little bit up. Is it? No, it sounds good. I can't really do that. It's so hard. Like I can almost barely get my thumb around it. So I'm gonna have to do that instead of that. And I do that a lot. Like, that's gonna take some time to get over. Yeah. We've always gotten like whenever I've done something, I've always gotten a really positive response. I mean, at least, people come in and check out what we're doing and try to, a lot of people come in. We get a lot of musicians that come in and try to check on what we're doing. And I'm the same way, if somebody's playing in town, I got to see what they're doing and how good they are. And, yeah, I want to get out there, man, really, really fast. I got to kind of learn how to play guitar again because, I mean, this took like 2 months to do. I just finished this today. Like, so the last episode will be out probably tonight or tomorrow. And yeah, I'll get started on another guitar. I got a lot of like different things in my mind, but I've picked out a couple pieces of wood. I already know I'm going to change the fretboard, but I like these both. But I think I'm going to change the fretboard up because I don't want to do, it's almost the same color, but I know it's not going to be anywhere near the same color when I sand it. So, but the tap tone on this stuff is like literally unreal. Like sounds like almost like a xylophone. Same with this stuff. This is the same fretboard stock as the one I got. I don't know if you can hear that resonance. Sometimes it doesn't come, it doesn't, only sounds like a dink over the phone. But yeah, I want to get started on another one, and I'm thinking either like the bronze version of this guitar, because these are nylon strings, but really I play on like an acoustic guitar, so, but I don't know if I'm going to buy another one of these bridges. I mean, I like it, but I really don't know if I'll buy another one. I think I'll buy another one, but I don't know if I'll use it for anytime soon. I really want to make like an acoustic bridge out of wood with the bone and stuff, but I want to make it so it's adjustable, because that's really what I'm after is, so I could drive 1,000 miles and, I can still adjust that, because you travel with this thing and it's going to be different. Try to give you guys there's still the tape on that guy too. The back kind of came out pretty nice. It's kind of a intricate carve. And it's kind of half curved and it's half straight. So, and it's got the belly carve in here, which really makes a big difference. This is about 2.5 inches thick. And I think the entire guitar probably stands about 3 inches. If you laid it on a flat surface, about 2 inches at the, there. And with the belly carve, it's almost like there's nothing there, even though you got kind of a thick ass guitar. So I don't know if you can see how much that curves, but I also got a lot more piezos than I was thinking. Maybe I could put like sensors in there and just kind of, trigger drum sounds. I've never done any of that stuff, but it's kind of a roll that the strings have. You can tell how much I play on regular strings. I got to stop doing that on this thing. this thing. I've been kind of tuning this thing all day. Thing about nylon strings is when you put them on, they stretch out forever. So this same set of strings I've been working on for a long time. My mailman enjoyed your playing. He said, have a great day. Oh, thank you, mailman. You know, the mailman is only part about the government I like. Only part about the government that actually works. Post office. Yeah, I just got a couple things to fix with this thing. Definitely these strings that are touching here, I gotta fix that. That messes the tuning up a little bit. It's really hard to tune these strings. Does it sound better? So for the next instrument, it's either the phosphor bronze strings for acoustic, or I want to kind of make a double neck, but I got a couple different ideas about how to make the double neck. I got those toed bass strings. They're about 25 inches long or so, and they're like that stretchy rubbery material. And I was going to do a double neck, one a mandolin neck, and the other one that that little bass neck with the rubber strings. Diablo Town theme. Yeah, I'll give that a Google. But yeah, either double neck Mando bass, or I have this idea to do a guitar with sympathetic strings, but instead of like a truss rod, you get the strings run inside the neck that are sympathetic to counteract the, so it'd be an acoustic guitar, but it would have a hollow neck with strings running through it. So it'd be like a 12 string with half the strings just sympathetic inside the body. And there would be like two headstocks. There would be the headstock here, and then there would be the headstock internally, so you could tune the internal strings. I want to build another electric guitar. Yeah. These are weird. It's kind of scary playing on them. I can't remember the last time I actually played a nylon string guitar. But it's very familiar. Like, I'm very familiar with the bridge spacing, the 2 1/8, and this is the largest string spacing I've ever done on a guitar, and it's 1 13/16. It's a little over 1 3/4 inches. So, yeah, to give you some idea too here, I find this rather funny. Like funny. I wanted to hang this up outside when I finished it. I have to keep this on to do this. But these guitar holders, they will not take this neck. Oh, and here's my buddy out here with the whiskers, Mr. Whiskers. Hi, how you doing? He's got some weird antlers, and he's got like these big, huge whiskers on his face. Always comes around to say hi. But yeah, I wanted to zoom back out with this thing. What am I doing? It does not fit in there. That's a guitar neck holder. That's actually a guitar neck holder. Doesn't fit. But then, I don't know. I keep on building them bigger and bigger and bigger. And at some point, I'm going to have to make a smaller neck because it'll be too big to play. But another idea I had was, see, it fits in here. These are the dollar ones from the hardware store. I did, which is slightly smaller. And then even smaller than that. So yeah, I can't believe like the assembly only took so long. Well, I had to cut a brand new nut. That was the only thing that was kind of tragic. But I think the look is nice. I got a whole bunch of these. Oh yeah, the other guitar that I wanted to do too was an 11-string classical. Oh, is that coming apart? You motherfucker. I didn't screw this together good enough. You son of a bitch. Am I gonna lose her? No, just take this fucking thing up. Yeah, I gotta take that back off. I'm just going to, I gotta fix that. I must not have tightened that down, but I got a whole bunch of these. I think they work just fine too. Yeah, that's just twisting in there. So yeah. See how she rings strung up? I wonder what side is rattling. That's this thing. All right. Yeah, fix that. This one? Pain in the butt, pain in the butt, pain in the butt. Something that I forgot to do, but I will be taking this apart to very shortly to gold leaf these parts. I don't know if I can, like, I got a gold jack. I could just switch this out for the other one. And again, this will show you guys like what's inside. How do I tighten this up? Oh, why won't you stay? Why won't you stay? Oh, what a big jerk. Technical. There we go. All right. This wasn't too much of a pain to make either. I mean, it almost took longer to decide how to do it than to actually make it, but it's bent to the curve of the instrument, and basically that's all it is right there. Is, let me pull this out, just a tiny little plug on the end there, just a teeny tiny, little tiny stereo jack, and that plugs right into there. And that's all it is basically just all looser than shit too. Over here. I don't think that I have anything. I don't have pliers or anything in here. I end up looking for that for like 10 minutes. All right, that'll do it for now. Yeah, that's all there is. It's basically just the piezo in there straight to here. Easiest assembly that I've ever had in my life. I think that goes in like that. doesn't fit in if you try to put it in the other way. So you know right away. I hate fumbling around with tiny little things. I do not have the hands for grabbing small objects. I just don't. So yeah, that nuts thing sounds pretty good. I mean, either way this thing works and doesn't need a battery at all. Like, I think I showed you guys what it sounds like without the thing. It's actually louder, but I mean, it's not about trying to get it loud. I mean, two, I haven't heard this thing feedback at all yet. Like I could just sit here and turn it up right now until it does, but I had that other amp all the way up and didn't feedback at all. But then I don't get the top notes that I get on, you know, the nickel silver strings. I am a die-hard acoustic bronze string player and a Martin player. All right, that'll last another like couple minutes. But really what I got to do, I think I got to glue that and tighten it with something and glue it. Yeah, all right. Reel her in. Yeah, I just thought that was funny that it was so big, didn't fit in there, but I don't know, maybe some classical players, they have the same thing. They don't ever get to hang their guitar like that. Always got to put it in a floor stand, which I do not have a floor stand. We'll plug the other end in. Yeah, I think the only thing that bothers me about this is how different the notes are. I like that how it does chords better. I didn't think that I was going to like playing it with the pick at all, but I kind of love the sound of the pick, especially on the, you know, the chunky stuff. Can't believe you get notes like you do. Yeah, I think I'll need to get used to the spacing a little bit and how to play the songs and like just going to chords like that. I mean, I can't play that. I can't play that either. I mean, it just doesn't come out. So I'm gonna have to start doing that every single time. But the chords sound really nice. This is the test for guitar chords. Wow, that sounds good. So if that sounds good on your guitar, you got a good sounding guitar. Wow. Yeah, there's the bottom note almost drowns it out. Maybe it doesn't come through that way on the phone, but I think the challenge is going to be to get like both notes the same volume. And not to ring notes that I don't mean. I do that. I've been doing that today. But the chord sound just. And yeah, that's the way I go to. Otherwise, I'm going to go to it and it's going to sound like ah. So that's what I would have to correct and play all my songs. But I don't like this chord. I mean, I guess it sounds good on this guitar, but it's always overwhelming on the other guitars. I always put the thumb on it. Oh, you can see my gut. You got to really mean to play the upper notes. I mean, I had no idea how much I fudged like the other guitars, like with half notes and half dead and the. It just comes out. It doesn't come out like it comes out on the metal strings. I mean, it instantly makes you think classical European music. I'm going to take this apart. I'm going to gold leaf it. I'm going to carve the headstock so the strings don't touch. And this did really, really, really well on the headstock. I mean, they only touch just a slight bit. And I'm only going to have to take a chisel out right here and then take a chisel bit out right there. And that's about it, I thought I was going to have to, and I do have to. I can't believe how crazy this thing looks. I mean, and it sounds kind of, it's got that almost alive sound to it, I was almost thinking about like back muscles and stuff. Kind of nice. I don't want to sell it. I don't know who would want it with a neck this big on it. I mean, you'd have to have, your hands would have to be huge. Like if you can palm a basketball, you can play this guitar. I would play this in a band. But I would be selective. I would figure out what I could play with it first. I would just have to practice the hell out of like hitting that chord instead of trying to. Which I mean, you can't. I can't press it down. My hands aren't big enough. So. But yeah. Yeah, how to palm mute and when to pick and everything else is it's going to be my focus on this instrument and getting it to sound good. This is much different. So yeah, maybe I do have to lift the bridge up a little bit more. But I think it turned out good, and I'll be playing this all night, like literally all night, and I'll probably be playing this into tomorrow. Just wish I could get the top 3 strings like louder. It's like all the way up on the other amp. I know it's only a watt, but still it's all the way up. Sound right to me. It almost seems like you got to go a little bit slower. Next one is going to be basically just the bronze version of this guitar, and I even have I have a top with this Tron on it. I might just do her up. or I might do like a flat top, because this took a lot of time to do, and it took a lot of time to carve this top. I mean, I didn't spend as much time on the back, um, even though the back is arguably more intricate. I didn't expect this to sound so good on the tube amps too. I thought I was going to have to bust out the PA system. I will, like, at some point I will bust out some Mackie speakers and see how it sounds. But this is fine. I would gig with this sound. Haven't found a dead spot yet. All the notes play. I've checked it already, but and yeah, I just can't believe I didn't have major problems. I can't believe I'm not still at the bench, like, tinkering. I've been playing for hours. String right there. That's why I gotta lift the bridge. It'd be really cool if I could just lift the one, but I can't. But I think that's how I'm gonna get my volume out of the top strings. I think I'm just going to lift the top a little bit more. And it was up there. I was tuning it up to E standard, and it's, I don't want the neck to bend at all, and it doesn't. I don't want it to get to start thinking that it can bend, and it is bending. So I'm gonna take that truss rod adjustment, do that right now. Let's see. Righty, lefty, loosey. going. You can adjust the truss rod without moving any of the strings. That's awesome. Looks like I got a decently even spacing too. All right. I just can't see it. Oh, that made the adjustment right away. Man, absolutely no questions asked, and everything rings now. Holy shit. That was probably the volume on this string too. Shit's just too small for me to play up there. Effects off. Pardon more. Likes to stay on the couch too. Doesn't like to roll over. All right. Enough of that. And enough of that. So I believe that all we have on is a little bit of reverb. think that's what I'm gonna have to do. But I'll do that later. I gotta do it right now to see if it works. I should probably, yeah, no. What do I need to raise it? That thing right there. I think that's what it is. All right, screw it. We'll try that. That sounds better already. Yeah, that's what it was. Takes a lot to get this into tune. I wish this string was heavier. That's a head stop. Does that right when it's about to go into tune. it gets stuck there. So does this one. Yeah, I don't know, maybe heavy strings, these are the mediums. I just got to take care of that headstock problem, and I think that it'll tune up nicely. Like, I might even try tuning it up to standard. See how the neck's doing. Okay. There's a little bit of bow in the neck again. So yeah, I just got to keep an eye on it and basically keep correcting it till the truss rod takes up the slack. But yeah, I can't believe I got it done. I thought I was just gonna fall over it today, and I've been like overly tired. The palm meeting on this thing is just, it's very touchy. Need a break though. It's gonna take me a long time to get used to single notes on this thing. It just sounds weird to me. hearing it after. Just got to learn to be like, I guess I got to learn to do it with intention. Hard I'm hitting that and how good it sounds. Are you following me back? Yeah. All right, time for a break. I'm gonna put her up and I'll get back to you. Thank you.